case you missed it, I thought it was an interesting weekend for the Dallas Cowboys and the Dak Prescott camp. So over the weekend, Emmitt Smith, a very famed and prestigious member of the Cowboys family. And we get this from time to time from the elite Cowboys, from one of the triplets. And really, they're the only three whose voices really, carry any weight these days in Dallas of former players. Anybody else speaks out, okay, whatever, shut up. But if it's Emmitt, if it's Troy, or if it's Michael, it stings a little bit more, okay? And we know Troy has been, somewhat vocal about some of the decisions made by Dallas over the years. I love Troy. I know a lot of Washington fans can't stand him, think he's biased when he does watch it. I don't think that to be the case at all. I actually think him and Moose Johnson do a tremendous job doing games. And Emmitt came out this weekend, and Emmitt doesn't say a ton. So when he speaks, you listen. And Emmitt said, I don't think the Cowboys are tied to Dak Prescott. And I don't know if he's in Dak's camp or if Dak's camp said, hey, man, you can do us a huge solid by throwing this out here, Emmitt. Or if Emmitt was just speaking off the cuff. Boy, this felt like a move by Dak's people. Because not even 24 hours after Emmitt comes out and makes that comment about, hey, man, I don't know if Dallas is tied to Dak or not. Doesn't feel like it. There's a report coming out of Dallas like, hey, I don't know what the hell intel Emmitt has. Don't know where he's getting his information from. Emmitt's our guy. But he's wrong on this one. And this is what you do when you've got a guy that you're trying to make sure you keep happy. This is how the Texans effed shit up. They didn't quickly put out fires. This is what you do when you got a guy that has you by the balls. You put fires out before they even start. Somebody lights a match and you go, Somebody throws out a cigarette butt, you go and you step on that shit just to make sure it's dead. No fires around here. As a wise man or a wise bear once told me, only you can prevent forest fires. Well, the Cowboys quickly put this one out. Hey, hold on. Dak's not entering free agency. Okay? Either we're slapping the franchise tag on him or we're going to reach a long-term deal. He's not going anywhere. Well, they put that to bed quick. Even if they're not sure if that's going to happen, that's what you do. You put out a united front that says, hey, this is our guy. Just in case Dak was having some thoughts about maybe they really don't love number 4. Maybe they do want out of the Dak business. They said, nah. He's going to be here. And I told you all along, that's what I've expected. So either that's a hell of a play by the Dak Prescott camp, and Emmitt's a part of that camp, or the Cowboys did some really good damage control. I love it either way. He's not going anywhere. In case you missed it, we got to talk Carson Wentz, man. Wentz deal imminent. This per Adam Schefter and Ian Rappaport and all the guys that do this for a living. Eagles want a first. That's reported, and they're going to get it, more likely than not. With all the quarterback madness going on, they're going to get a first, which to me is asinine after the season Wentz just turned in. However, this is the kicker. You ready for this? And I know you've heard it already. I'm not delivering any breaking news here, but they're looking for a Stafford-type haul. Are you kidding me? Go F yourself. You remember earlier I said there are different forms of no? And they can come in all different types of wrapping and packaging, but it's the same shit. Just in different packaging. That's all, just in different wrapping. Well, this no feels a little bit different, Like, I would want to say it so that Howie Roseman feels it in his core. Like, down to the bottom of the soles of his feet. Go F yourself if you think you get 2 first-round picks for Carson Wentz. Seriously. And that needs to be followed up by a bang job. If I'm the Bears, and this is the team that's being rumored, they want their guy Big Dick Nick back. But they still want first rounders. They want to do it this way. You know how the Lions got 2 firsts, the 3rd, and Jared Goff? Well, they want 2 firsts, Nicholas Foles, and like a 4th or a 5th, and they'll call it even. They are seriously trying to get a Matthew Stafford home. And I'm like, if I'm Ryan Pace and they call me with that bullshit, I'm like Adam Sandler on Big Daddy, where he gets mad at his dad and he says, I hope I'm not saving you no money on this call. And he hits the hang up on the payphone like 6 times before he hangs up. Oh, I'm banging on his ass. You want what? Hey, call me back when you serious, man. Bam! I'm hanging up with authority. And you know, you can't do that anymore. I mean, it's a cell phone. So what are you gonna do? Hit the end button with authority? You're gonna slam it down? Ha! There's gotta be a way to make sure he knows that you're pissed off when you hang up. Maybe you slam the phone down face first on the desk hard. Not to break your screen or anything. No, you Apple users, all you bastards out there, phones are really delicate pieces of shit. It's another discussion for another day. But slam this shit down face first where the speaker is, and then slide it back down and hit the off button. So he knows I'm banging on your ass with authority. I don't know. They'll probably get a first. But if there's some dummy out there willing to give them 2 first-round picks, you should be slapped 17 different times. We'll see what happens. This is the thing. Wentz, and I told you guys this before, he's not garbage, and he's not beyond repair. Now, I think he's mentally fragile, which I can't stand. I'm too much of a competitor to have a guy that looks like he's mentally weak, that looks like he may have some form of competition anxiety. Those guys scare me. That gets their egos hurt a little bit, and all of a sudden they're now a little bruised. Their ego gets bruised, and now you gotta go over there and you gotta put your arm around him, and you gotta rub him on his arm and say, hey Carson, it's gonna be all right. You're our guy, we love you. If I gotta keep doing that shit to you over and over and over again, I just rather not. But he's talented, man. Similar to what I said about Sam Darnold. He's talented. And maybe he just needs a change of scenery. Maybe Nicholas Foles' success was much too much for him to bear. Too much for him to feel like, I gotta get out of his shadow, I can't do it. Whatever. He's going to get traded this week. And I think it's one of 2 places. I think it's Chicago. I think it's Indy. I can assure you of this. Chris Ballard isn't giving up 2 ones for Carson Wentz. It ain't happening. If that's what you're calling trying to get, you might as well not even fix your lips, nor pick up the phone and dial Chris Ballard's number, because you're not getting up 2 ones for him. Chris Ballard's one of the best in the biz, and he's not going to allow you to fleece him. Because that's a fleecer for Carson Wentz. Matthew Stafford was one of the most prolific passers in NFL history. When it's all said and done, when he hangs up his jersey, you're going to look up, and Matthew Stafford is going to be in the top 7 of just about every statistical category in the NFL. Now, you can sit here and you can debate, well, that's garbage yards, and it's this. I don't give a shit. That's an awful lot of garbage yards if that's what you're contending at. It's an awful lot of garbage touchdowns. Awful lot of garbage, whatever else there is. Completion percentage, everything. He's going to be in the top 7. It's all said and done. Awful lot of completions for some garbage time. The only thing he doesn't have attached to his name right now is wins. That could all change in Los Angeles. The same cannot be said for Carson Wentz right now. He's had some good years in Philadelphia. Remember, 2019 was just like 30 over 7. Like, don't make the mistake of thinking that this dude is trash. Because he's not. But he's delicate. He's a little delicate flower. He's a fragile, delicate flower. I don't know if I want my quarterback to be a delicate, fragile flower. I don't know if that's what I want. Somebody's going to trade for him, though. Right now, it sounds like the Bears. They're desperate, man. Jobs are on the line in Chicago. Ryan Pace is skating on thin ice. I mean, their head coach out there, we didn't know if he was going to be back this year, okay? Like, they know what's at stake. They need a playoff season or they're both fired. They know what's up. You never want to give a desperate man the keys to the car. Because if you tell them, look, man, this could be your last time in the whip, they like, well, F it. I'm about to take this shit on a joyride. You about to take that shit on a joyride, man. They might not clear a corner. Boop. Not my problem, not my car after I take it back. Might not get into that tight parking space. Whoop, there goes a little bit of paint. Oh, I don't give a shit. It's not my car after I take it back. Damn. Just hit that little pole backing into this little area here. Lost a window. Yeah. Again, not my problem after I turn this thing in. It's what Bill O'Brien did. Look what he did to the car. Not my problem. Not my problem. Turn the car back in and say, hey, you gave me the keys. I drove the hell out of this shit. Put 200,000 miles on it. You need 2 new front tires. Probably need an alignment. You need to probably check the transmission. It was kind of getting a little flaky on me towards the end. Yeah, I drove the hell out of it. But here you go. Tossed them back the keys. Left it a mess. The Bears could do that too. This could be a crippling trade if they execute this. Don't do it, Bears. Don't do it. Put the phone down. We'll see what the hell they decide to do.
Louie.